I will show you how to get the best understanding of your everyday plastic bottle by revealing its incredible journey from oil well to grocery shelf. Get ready for a trip through science tech, a little bit of magic. It all starts deep beneath the earth, where oil is pumped up and natural gas is pumped up from ancient rock layers. That raw oil heads to a refinery, where it's separated into different ingredients, including something called naphtha. Next stop, the chemical plant. Naphtha is transformed through polymerization, turning tiny molecules into long chains known as polymers. One popular polymer is PET, the stuff your bottles are made from. Finally, melted PT is injected into molds, cooled, and voila, a perfect bottle is born, ready to hold your favorite drink. Who knew your water bottle had such an epic backstory? Ever wondered what happens to a bottle after you grab it off the shelf? Let's follow its wild journey from factory to your fridge and beyond. First, bottles are filled at lightning speed in massive factories. Water rushes in, soda rushes in, caps snap on, labels wrap around. Then they're packed into crates, loaded onto trucks, sometimes shipped across oceans before landing in your local store. You walk in, pick one up, and boom, now it's yours. Maybe you chug it after a workout or sip it during lunch. But here's where things get interesting. What happens next is totally up to you. You could toss it in the recycling bin where it's whisked away and, if you're lucky, turned into something new. But globally, only about 10% of plastic bottles actually get recycled. That means most end up in landfills, or worse, as litter in our streets and oceans. Check this out. Countries with strong recycling systems, like Germany or South Korea, keep bottles in the loop, turning waste into resources. But in places without good waste, management bottles pile up, clogging rivers and harming wildlife. Maps and stats show a huge gap. Some nations recycle over half their plastic, while others barely manage a fraction. So next time you finish a drink, think about that bottle's journey. Will it get a new life, or join the millions polluting our planet? The choice starts with you. Let's make every bottle count.
Exposing the secret journey of your plastic bottle. What starts on your street could end halfway around the world. You won't believe the path it takes. Let's follow it. Picture this. Someone finishes a drink and tosses the empty bottle on the sidewalk. Rain sweeps it into a storm drain. Then, whoosh, it's whisked away through underground pipes, popping out into a local stream. From there, it floats into a nearby river, joining thousands of other bits of litter and runoff. If it's near a poorly managed landfill, wind might carry bottles straight into waterways too. Or rain might carry bottles straight into waterways too. All these routes funnel plastic into bigger rivers, and eventually, those rivers empty into the ocean. So the next time you see a bottle on the ground, remember, it's not just litter, it's a traveler on a journey toward our seas. Let's keep plastic where it belongs.
All right. Imagine you toss a plastic bottle into the ocean. What actually happens next? Let's follow its wild journey. First up, does it float or sink? Most plastic bottles are lighter than water, so they float. But if they fill with water, they might sink. Sand can weigh them down. Seaweed can tangle and pull them under. If the bottle stays afloat, it doesn't just sit there. Ocean currents, those massive rivers of water, can carry it thousands of miles. Some bottles travel across entire oceans, riding the waves like tiny explorers. But the story doesn't end there. Sunlight starts to break the bottle apart. Salt accelerates damage. Waves batter and fragment it. Over time, it cracks and crumbles into smaller and smaller pieces. Eventually, it becomes what we call microplastics, tiny fragments that are almost impossible to clean up. Now, here's where it gets even crazier. Those currents I mentioned earlier, they don't just move bottles around, they can trap them. In certain spots, like the infamous Great Pacific Garbage Patch, swirling currents called gyres collect floating plastic. It's like a giant spinning trash vortex in the middle of the ocean. So what started as one bottle could end up floating for years, breaking into pieces and joining millions of others in these garbage patches, or even sinking to the depths, out of sight, but still causing problems. That's the journey of a bottle in the ocean. It's a wild ride, but also a reminder that every piece of plastic has a story, and it doesn't just disappear.